What's up guys, Dean here. Now before we actually get to the video, before we actually get to Universal Studios, a couple of things I want to mention about this vlog. It's a little bit different than usual. I'm actually editing it right now. Now there's two different cameras that I used when I was at Universal Studios, and you will tell the difference between the two. One of them being a 4K camcorder, what I'm filming on right now, and the other camera was Snapchat Spectacles. So some of the filming does look a little bit weird. I've tried enhancing it as much as I can, making it look as good as I can. For you guys, it is a little bit weird and off-putting, but yeah, just remember, it's from sunglasses. Now today's a very busy day in terms of videos I'm uploading. I have 3 different videos, including this one I've uploaded to the channel. This video is the longest out of all 3 of the videos. This video contains 2 different parts. The first part being a compilation of clips with music over the top from Universal Studios, just me walking around, a kind of first-person view of my experience at Universal Studios in under about 3 minutes. Now that first portion has actually been put up as its own video, as like a, I'm not even sure what it's called, but it's called like a shorter edit, something like that, on the channel. You can see it in the link below in the description, or somewhere on screen. I'm sure it's somewhere. But the reason why this video is so much longer is because I go on the VIP backlit tour, which means I get out of the car, I go walk around and stuff. So all of that, or most of that, is filmed in this video. So be sure to watch all that, because as well, there is a little giveaway if you stick to the end of the video. I ask a question about what you saw in the video, if that makes sense. When it gets a little something something, everyone's happy. The third video is of the Waterworld show. So I kind of have it on screen saying, if you want to see the whole video, link below. That's basically because the Waterworld show goes for about 20 minutes or so. I didn't want to have the whole thing in this video, making this video even longer. So that's its own separate video, link below in the description, I'm sure, again, on screen, if I can even remember how to do that. It's been a while. But without any further ado, I don't want to stop you guys any longer. Let's get into this video. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you at the end of the video to see if you can answer the question to win the giveaway. Peace.
Yeah. Alright, hey, Toland, you ready to make some noise? Oh, come on, you can be louder. Here, you just need some motivation. Alright, let's try that again, come on! There you go, that's how you do it. Alright, A-Tollers, welcome to my atoll. My friends around here call me Sage. Everyone...
Where?
Be sure to check out Waterworld, our #1 rated stunt.
We make our way. I'm obviously not driving. Say hi to Marcos, everybody. Yes. Our studio is over 400 acres, and
And if it wasn't for Marcos, we would have to walk it. So with his help, we get to show you the entire studio. And this is the best way to see it. We just walked by the regular studio tour. Everybody else who is not a VIP guest has to take the normal tram tour. And that started back in 1964. That is the reason we have the VIP today. But the way you get to see the studio, nobody else gets to see it this way. So if you have any questions at any point, don't hesitate to ask. If you want Marcos to slow down, just let us know. What's up? Yes, we do. So just, we're not going to see that right away, but we're going to see him in a little bit. All right, everybody, welcome to our movie studio. We're officially entering our studio, so you can see movie posters up to either side. This is just a fraction of the thousands of movies that Universal has made in the last 102 years. That's how long we have been here in Southern California. Our founder, Carl Lemley, originally started Universal Studios over on the East Coast. He didn't like it. Something about weather, there's something called snow. Marcos and I don't really know what that's like. We get confused when people mention it. Even rain, we don't know what that's like really. We all stay home, we call in sick. Because of those factors, he moved us out here. We have sunshine practically all year round, making it very easy to film. But he had a vision to create a city of entertainment where people like you could come in and see how movies were made. So we're our own city, with our own fire station on your right-hand side, Fire Station 51. And this is not a set, this is a real fire station. The name, Fire Station 51, does come from a TV show, the TV show Emergency. You remember that one? If you're a fan of the TV show Chicago Fire on NBC, they're also Fire Station 51 because of the TV show Emergency. But we have our own police department, our own bank, our own honorary mayor. It's Marcos for the day. Literally, guys, we are our own city. But we're a city of entertainment. That is the big difference between Universal and Burbank in Los Angeles. We are a city of entertainment where we can film anything you can think of. Directly in front of you, you are seeing the first of about 28 sound stages. And I say about because we're literally building more as we speak. But Soundstage 12 is the third largest in the world. I mentioned this one in front of Jurassic Park, because here's Jurassic Park. Remember that? You guys were on there, right? And then here's the soundstage. See how close we are? This is home to the TV show The Voice, which airs on NBC. You can see the logo right outside of Soundstage 12. That is one of the largest sound stages in the world, so there's a big demand to film inside of that soundstage. I'll show you on your screens what has filmed in there. It's Adam here. Is this his car? Oh, Adam Levine is here on your right-hand side of his car. Over on your left, you'll see the audience getting ready to go to the taping of The Voice. They're filming right now. So filming happens Monday through Friday. There is so much filming going on around the studio, and I will try and tell you as best I can what's going on. But all this traffic you're seeing right over here, this is all for The Voice. As you saw, the audience is lining up right outside. Does anybody watch The Voice? No, but we know what it's about, right? Singing competition, their judges. That is the main arena. That is where they sing. But they also use other sound stages just across over on your right-hand side for the interviews that happen after they sing. So if you ever watch that show, sometimes the singers get a little emotional. Let's say Marcos sang inside of Soundstage 12, gets a little emotional, and then they interview him. That interview happens like 3 days later across the street. They put him in the same clothes and they're like, hey Marcos, we need you to cry again because you cried, and that's what we're going to talk about 3 days ago. So it's very, very tough to work in reality TV. Directly in front of you, you are seeing one of our two main entrances to the studio. We entered the studio through the theme park. People like Steven Spielberg, they would enter through one of our two main gates. This is one of them here on your left-hand side. This whole area that we're exploring is called the front lot. It's a lot of pre-production and post-production. We actually have our editing bays here on the right-hand side. Verna Fields was the editor for the movie Jaws. So we have editing bays just here to the right-hand side. We also have our executives tower, the black tower over on your left. That's our executives tower. And then we have Soundstage 1 approaching here on the right-hand side. Soundstage 1 is the only soundstage we have that has a built-in audience. So The Voice, they actually bring in bleacher seats for their audience. This one has a built-in audience. We filmed Chelsea Lately here with Chelsea Handler. Hello Ross filmed here for E! Last Comic Standing. We have a special event right now for Bates Motel. Is anybody watching Bates Motel, the TV show? Based on the Psycho movie. They're coming to the end. So they're doing a big old event. It's coming to the last episode April 20 today. Today, I was like April 24th. What? They're up there?
Bates Motel.
All decked out? Great. See, Bates Motel is on its finale today, so they're having an event. Marco says they're out on the back lot, so we might see a little of what they're doing to celebrate their big finale. Cool. But this is Soundstage 1, only with a live audience. This is where Conan O'Brien did his like 5 minutes with the Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien, which lasted about a day. That was right over here. And our first VIP stop is actually going to go inside of a soundstage. Now there's a lot of filming going on, but we actually have a soundstage available. There's no set in there right now, but I figured you'd want to see a soundstage anyway. So we're going to just take a little quick stop inside of a soundstage. Anything you don't want to... Soundstages, we're going to go directly to one next door.
Oh, got the sound just automatically.
So welcome to Soundstage 3. How glamorous is it? So typically an episode is filmed in about 7 to 10 days for whatever show you're thinking about, typically. Movies, on the other hand, they can film for 18, 20 hours a day. And sometimes you only get 1 minute of the movie, which is why movies like Fast and Furious, they'll tell you, oh yeah, Fast and Furious 8, 9, and 10 will be done in the next 5 and 7 years. Because that's how long it's going to take to finish those movies because of all the special effects. So very different. Commercials also very different. Yes, they actually film here, and they're coming out, they're literally setting up their whole store. They build like a Target or like a Walmart every time they come to film. And the thing is that when you're done with your show, you cannot leave your set in there while you don't film because you still have to pay for the soundstage. If your stuff's in there, you got to pay the rent.
Hollywood is very, very interesting. It's not filmed in order. There are a couple of directors that like to film in order. One of them is Steven Spielberg. He actually did it for E.T., but it's normally not filmed in order because you're going to film all of this stuff in one location at the same time just to save time and money. But for E.T., Steven Spielberg decided to actually film it in order for the little boy Elliot. So when he said bye to E.T., it was, you're literally saying bye to E.T. You are never going to see him again. He wanted that realism from the little boy. So he actually filmed it in order, which he doesn't do for all of his movies, but for that one he did. I'm getting the chills just thinking about it. But he wanted it to be the first time Elliot meets E.T. is the first time, and the last time he sees him is the last time. So go back and just watch it and think about, you know, the little boy going through that. Very epic, very crazy. On your left-hand side, you're seeing Soundstage 27. This is normally home to the Mindy Project with Mindy Kaling. We filmed scenes for The Fate of the Furious in there, the 8th movie in Fast and Furious out in theaters now. They filmed inside of Soundstage 27. I'll show you other examples just so you can see. You never know what you're going to find inside the soundstage. It's pretty incredible. All these scenes in there. You would have never guessed that you were inside the soundstage.
Outside this cave.
If you saw any of the movie Couples Retreat, I hate to tell you that that beautiful resort was all inside of soundstages. It's pretty incredible what we can do. We can make it look like the sun is rising, like the sun is setting, all inside of these buildings. Our lighting department, give it up for them. They're very good at what they do. Soundstage 43 and 44 on your right-hand side. 43 we used for Hollywood Game Night with Jane Lynch. 44 we used for Parenthood for 6 years. We used it for Angie Tribeca with Rashida Jones. Right now it's home to The Good Place with Ted Danson and Kristen Bell. And these are the dressing rooms parked right here on the right-hand side to The Good Place. Right? And it's really cool because the dressing rooms, it's not going to tell you the name of the star. You're not going to read Kristen Bell's name because people walking around and be like, oh, Kristen Bell. So the names on the trailers are always the name of the character. So unless you know the show or the movie, people are just going to look at it and keep walking by. And that's the whole idea behind it. Over on your left-hand side, you're actually seeing what dressing rooms used to look like. When Universal first started, the actors would go under contracts with studios. So everything that they were going to do for Universal, they would sign a contract, they were going to be right here. So we gave them permanent dressing rooms to make it a little easier for them to always be on the lot. Now those contracts don't really exist. I'm sure some actors have a contract, but their dressing rooms are mobile, so they can take their stuff wherever they go. On the left, though, Robert Zemeckis' parking spot. Does anybody know who Robert Zemeckis is? Producer / director for movies like Forrest Gump, Back to the Future, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. These are our production offices now. For some of the top writers, directors, producers, not just Robert Zemeckis, but people like Seth MacFarlane, Mark Wahlberg, Steven Spielberg, and those are just a few of the many that come and film here. Some of them are permanent locations for certain directors and producers. Others are rented. So, you know, sometimes actors feel like making them out. You might see Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez is over on your left-hand side. We're filming the TV show World of Dance. What's up?
Going by Amblin Entertainment.
We already passed it, and I'm not allowed to point it out to you. Steven Spielberg contract. Where Steven Spielberg's offices are. We did pass right by it, though. Somewhere in those production offices, but I am not allowed to point it out the way I am with Hitchcock's office. Contract with Steven Spielberg that we have. Yes, but we did pass it. These are two brand new state-of-the-art sound stages on your left. They have only been used for 2 productions so far because they're so new. If you saw the live performance of Hairspray, December 7th on NBC, they filmed inside of those sound stages and then ran out here to our Metropolitan sets to film the outdoor scenes.
It's gonna get a little bumpy. Hold on to everything because the windows are pocket deep and it's gonna get bumpy. We're headed into Snow Island,
Which is our King Kong 360 attraction. Let me bring in Peter Jackson to tell us a little bit more about it. Hey, yo, Peter.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to do it with this. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that...
So, we liked it, right? Yes. Believe it or not, there's some... forget that Hollywood is all about illusions. Nothing is entirely real in the wonderful world of Hollywood. Not our sets, not our actors, not even our cars. We use different materials. If it's cheaper and lighter than a real car, we're going to use that. Before there was Tesla, there were the Flintstones cars. And they're not foot-powered like we thought. They're actually golf carts. So you can drive the Flintstones cars if you wanted to. Some of the cars for Fast and Furious are not drivable. They don't even have engines inside. They are just for the set. For them to walk around, stand around, whatever. But you can imagine how many picture cars Fast and Furious has under their belt. And then, of course, there's Jurassic World. Did anyone see Jurassic World with my future ex-husband, Chris Pratt? Good. Remember the gyrosphere? What's missing? Glass. The glass, the sphere, the bubble. Glass is very difficult to work with because of reflections. So most of the time when you see it, it's a special effect, digitally added by an editor during post-production. And that's exactly what they did for the gyrosphere. The tank from Transformers is made out of wood. Somebody talking on an iPhone. That's on purpose. It's called product placement. So Mercedes gave a lot of money to Jurassic Park to make their movies, and they were like, but what car are you going to use for the next 2.5 hours? Our car. So it's like a 2.5-hour commercial for Mercedes. So when you see a real label, on purpose. We're showing you more set pieces from the Jurassic Park movies. Let's just make it official with this guy right here.
To Jurassic Park.
That's it. On your left-hand side, you're seeing 2 picture cars. The mobile lab unit here on your left made out of wood. If you look at the window frames, you'll be able to see it's just wood painted green. If not, wait till you reach the back of it. You'll be able to see it's just wood. On your screen, I'm going to show it to you in the Lost World Jurassic Park.
Oh no!
dinosaurs spit, but it's not the end of water effects. Keep that in mind. The set pieces for Jurassic Park were very easy, believe it or not. The set is easy all the time. Something that's not easy here in Southern California is the weather. Now, trust me, we love this weather. It makes it very easy to film practically all year round. But what about when we want to film a scary movie? This is not the weather. If you think about the first Jurassic Park movie, every single time the dinosaurs were about to come out, it started raining, really dark, and it just made you feel very uncomfortable. Weather makes us feel a certain way. So what do we do here in Hollywood when we don't want to film a happy movie, when we want to film a scary movie? Well, when True Blood was here for HBO, they would film at midnight. They would wait for it to be absolutely pitch black dark, so it looked real. But rain, that's something a little harder. We can't just make it rain on command. Or can we? Here in Hollywood, we can do anything. Now, welcome to Old Mexico. Imagine if you've ever seen a football game, basketball game, my Aussies, I don't know, cricket or something, and it starts to rain. You can't really see it. But right here, we use thicker raindrops than normal, and sometimes we even add a little bit of powdered milk to the mix. Now, stay looking to the left, because sometimes we use a lot more water. Thousands of gallons of water up at the top of the hill that we released to show you exactly what a flash flood looks like. On your screens, you can see this whole flash flood in the movie Big Fat Liar. But that guy in the water is not Paul Giamatti, that is his stunt double. So the guys doing the show Waterworld, those are the guys that are taking that flash flood. But if you go on YouTube, check out Lady Gaga's music video, Judas. She gets taken by the flash flood, and it's actually her. She had a stunt double here that day, and she was like, you can go home, I got this. And it's actually her. She is as awesome as she comes off on television. I mean, she walked with 10-inch heels during the Victoria's Secret fashion show. Are you kidding me? With black jeans. When she was here, she was waving at everybody. She's lovely. She's lovely. Over on your left, you were seeing our 6 Points, Texas sets. They're getting a bit of a facelift, just like everybody else in Hollywood. Our sets need it as well. But these sets have been here since during the silent film era. During the silent film era, that's when our founder, Carl Laemmle, started inviting audiences to come watch the making of the silent westerns. And here's the cool thing. Since they were silent westerns, don't worry, you've probably seen those sets. If you saw the movie Saving Mr. Banks, the story of Mary Poppins, they filmed on that. That was a Disney movie. They turned it into Australia. So it wasn't supposed to look like a western set. If you're a fan of the TV show Castle on ABC, they went on a honeymoon to a dude ranch. That whole episode is filmed on 6 Points, Texas. Now here on your right-hand side, we're going to pass by this again, but you're seeing Home and Family, that house over there? That's a TV show, home improvement, do-it-yourself type of show. They're filming right now as we speak. If we were closer to that house, I would have to be off the microphone. The only way to guarantee that your set is soundproof is if you're inside of a soundstage. If not, traffic, trolleys, guides, it bleeds into the filming of the show. So usually when we drive by Home and Family, they ask us for a quiet zone. As we drive by, we get quiet, let them film. Now over here on your right, is anybody watching The Good Place with Ted Danson and Kristen Bell? All right, you guys have homework. Even go to NBC.com. Take a picture, go to NBC.com, and you can see a trailer for the comedy The Good Place. It stars Ted Danson and Kristen Bell. This is their neighborhood. So the story of The Good Place is, this is someone's version of heaven. That's what it is. So if you start reading the names, Too Many Flowers, The Good Place, everything fits. It's just someone's version of heaven, the afterlife. And in this sitcom, Kristen Bell, thanks Marcos, Kristen Bell's character has died and gone to the good place. And it turns out they made a mistake. She was a bad girl, and she should have gone to the bad place. She arrives in the good place, bad things start to happen, and people don't know why. That is the comedy. It just got renewed for a 2nd season. So, pretty cool. I mean, yeah, we'll go here. Oh yeah, perfect, perfect. Love it. You can see a little bit here on the right-hand side as well. But this is all for The Good Place right now. Those are our little Europe sets. And when they're not there, their sets are completely different. Those sets are actually, that was Vatican City, Angels and Demons and Tommies. There's a scene in Vatican City where they explode, there's an explosion of a car at Vatican City. Let me tell you, you can't do that at Vatican City. They won't let you. But you can do it right here. No few of the many productions that have happened over there, but the set you're seeing right now in Little Europe is The Good Place. Now, all of that stuff we saw, all the trees, the tables, the umbrellas, all of that, that's a prop. It comes from somewhere, and remember, Hollywood is a rental facility. So all of those props and set pieces, they get rented, usually from Universal's property department. I mentioned we're a one-stop shop. You can find everything you need right here. Our next stop is to visit the prop department. So anything you don't want to carry, you can leave it here. 3D glasses.
All props. We have over 3 million props in this building alone, and we have other prop storages throughout the studio as well. As soon as you see the Huntsman,
Yeah. Still tentative.
follow me. We'll see this. Don't worry, but follow me.
Guilt trip.
Good. There's so much to see here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes. Oh, an old, that's probably that movie with Angelina Jolie.
Wow, you're right on.
Yeah.
Take 1 or 2 of the items. Anyone can come rent from the prop department. You just have to have renter's insurance, and you have to be able to leave a 10% deposit on the assessed value of the item. You are here to rent, not here to buy. We intend to get it back in the condition you have rented it in. You can come pick it up and take it to Australia, no problem. You just gotta bring it back in the condition you rented it in. But I mentioned earlier, we're a one-stop under it essentially. It's like going to the library. We are able to keep track of everything that way. Wow. These are like the shopping carts that they use here. And it's just a tiny little barcode just under every item. If you ever, basically the best way to know, if we're not showing you their face, it's not them. Okay? That's the best way to know. We have a fellow tour guide who is the stand-in over at American Horror Story for Lady Gaga. So whenever Lady Gaga's face is not there, it's just her hands, it's actually our tour guide, our friend Natalie. Ah. Yeah.
Do they have stand-ins because they don't want the actors? They want the actors for their face and their voice, I guess.
It is, and let's just say, you know, Lady Gaga's hand is texting, and she left for the piano. What do we do in Hollywood to avoid that? We make a sign that kind of looks like it. That's what we do, and we do this all the time. If your favorite characters are drinking a soda and it's not Coke, and M&M's said no. M&M's was like, we don't want to be associated with an alien. Now, I don't know if you know, but M&M's is owned by Mars Candy, which makes no sense. What do you mean you want an alien associated with Mars Candy? That makes no sense. They said.
Crazy is that Little Europe is where the horror genre started. So during the Depression, Universal was trying to figure out a way to make movies. They didn't want to spend too much money, obviously, and that's when monsters came into play. Universal is known for its horror genre. So the very first time we filmed Frankenstein, The Hunchback, Dracula, it was in our Little Europe sets. So these sets have been here for a very long time, and they are still very popular when it comes to productions because they're so versatile. A lot of our sets are very versatile. You can change them up, change the colors, the brick, the stone. We can make them look like anything else. That is the beauty of coming to Universal. We literally can make any place come to life. We have everything here on our back lot. But we're passing again by Home and Family, and I'm gonna stay on mic. I don't think I'm interrupting anything. They'll probably come out and yell at me if I am. But you'll see a backyard. That backyard is part of Home and Family. So normally, I don't recommend doing audio. We're gonna go in. You'll see a very different sound stage than what we saw earlier. On your left-hand side, you're gonna see a little bit of product placement. We got Coca-Cola. That's there on purpose. Right next to it, we have a map. That map is there so that it establishes a location. We are supposed to be in San Francisco according to that London Tube, all of a sudden we are in London. That easy to establish a location. Did you feel that? My chirping? I thought it was my stomach. Okay, everyone, it's gonna be okay. We're in the middle of a summer here. This is totally normal in Southern California. That's not normal, but it's happening. That is our second story. Fine food. I love that place, Martha. Can we get takeout? We can slide it down. Everyone, remain calm. It's going to be okay. Marcos and I are professionals. We're going to get you out here in just a moment. I'm just glad the subway is not running. Never mind, it is. This is bad. Oh no, are you kidding me? Son of a... Whew. That was a little tight. Is it over? No. The director would yell, all right, everybody back to one. So where the scene already started. Everything can go back to one in less than a minute, and we can do it all over again. Large-scale mechanical effects that you would see in disaster movies. And we totally experienced a full-blown earthquake. That TV show, Bones, they incorporated the earthquake. Here's part of it. This is what it looked like in the episode. Show Bones. So it's on a tram tour like that one. Loved the earthquake so much, went home and wrote an episode for the TV show Bones. That simple. But after that, Marcos, we need a little vacation. These people are on vacation, so we need to go to the beach. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome to Amity Island, the small New England town. Now I know what you're thinking, Monty. Wasn't there a bit of a shark issue? Well, guys, we took care of that. Don't worry. We also have our friend Scuba Steve. Okay, that's our friend Scuba Steve who works at Amity Police, but is that? No. We were supposed to take care of the shark issue. Scuba Steve, guys, he's like the shark whisperer. I'm 100% sure he has everything under control. Okay, maybe like 60%. Alright, so what's going on inside of Amity Island? I'm not entirely sure. Give us a second to figure it out. We're just going to pop here for just a moment. No bueno. No bueno. No bueno. Oh, we understand that? Oh, man. Oh, Snapple. Have your camera ready towards the front, towards the water. There it is. We need a bigger boat, right? Yeah. That is not the same shark from the movie Jaws. The biggest difference, this one actually works. They had tested the sharks here at Universal inside of a soundstage using fresh water. Everything went great. When they started filming the movie, they went out to Martha's Vineyard near the Atlantic Ocean, where there's only salt water. So on the first day of filming Jaws, all 3 sharks sunk to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, pushing production back more than 100 days. This movie was supposed to come out Christmas of 1974. Because of the sharks, it didn't come out till summer of 1975. They had so many issues with the shark. If you go back and watch Jaws, Lily Bays we passed by earlier, she helped us edit Jaws and make it come to life. We're going out to the Atlantic Ocean to film. That's ridiculous. You have control of nothing out at sea, and that's what directors want, I told you, is control. So we give them control with sound stages and with practical sets. So, here on your right-hand side, this is our chicken ranch. Our chicken ranch is a practical house. You'll see examples on your screen. We can actually film in this house if we wanted to, meaning we don't have to go to a soundstage.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
This street has been closed all day because America's Got Talent has been in here also. So they just opened it up, gives us the opportunity to drive you down our Wisteria Lane. Now, if you're not a fan of the show Desperate Housewives, it's okay. This street has been here way before Desperate Housewives. This is the original Munster Street. 1313 Mockingbird Lane is on this street. This is the street for the Burbs with Tom Hanks. But most people recognize this as the street for Desperate Housewives because they were here for 8 years. Now, Desperate Housewives, ABC show owned by Disney. After the first season of the show, Disney extended the whole street. They paid for it, yay. They paid for the park here on the left and the 2 last houses over on your left as well. The very last house at the end of the street, since it's the newest, it is the most complete house you can film in any room at the end of the street, that house right over there. The other houses, not so much. So if you're a fan of the show Desperate Housewives, most of the housewives would film inside of sound stages. Their homes were inside the sound stages, but they would come out here, walk up and down the street, pretend to walk inside of their homes, and then on a different day they would put them in the same clothes, go to a sound stage, and film the interior scenes. Now this is our next VIP stop, the restroom. Yay! Even though nothing is real inside of these houses, there are real restrooms. So if you need to use the restroom, come with me. If you don't want to use the restroom, but you want to get out and take a photo.
Marsha Cross. Yep. She's the only one that has restrooms. You walk in there. I would walk into the house just so you can see it. You can go in there. It's just really interesting to see. Oh, because the show became such a hit, once they were done, all of the houses had to change. Nobody wanted to use this street because it looked so much like the show. So all of the houses, her garden is gone. Even Susan's house remodeled, remended, and all because nobody wanted to use this street. Now notice how big this door is. We make the doors bigger for the ladies so they look smaller than they actually are. Nothing in here. Literally just restrooms. The men's restroom is in the back, but there's nothing in here. The rest of the houses look like this. The only reason this wall is painted is so when she would open the door and you would get a glimpse of it.
So her kitchen and all that was
all inside of a soundstage. Next time you rewatch it, notice how when they open the doors, it's never swung over.
Big fan.
And I mentioned the Munsters. So this has been here for years. But after Desperate Housewives, I was telling some of the guests already, so you guys, we had to change the street. Nobody wanted to use the street because it looked so much like what it did during the 8 years of the show. Nobody wants to use a set if it looks like a set from an iconic movie or a TV show. No. So you got to change stuff up all the time. Whoa, whose car is that? Interesting. That 1970s Dodge Charger should not be there. Give me 1 second. I'm going to call security. Just give me 1 second.
This is security. What's going on, Studio Tour?
Hi, we just exited Wisteria Lane, and there's an illegally parked Dodge Charger 1970s black. Looks a little suspicious. Just like
okay, Tour. I'll send someone down to check it out ASAP.
Awesome, thank you. It's just weird. I have to call security. If there's any issues, they're going to let us know. We're going to actually head to the top of Mount Crumpet. Hold on. They're calling me back. Hello.
Studio Tour. Looks like we might have an issue.
What are you talking about?
I'm patching you into Agent Novak from the FBI.
Okay, this escalated quickly.
I'm sorry to interrupt your fun, but we've got video surveillance on that Charger you all saw.
We just saw it.
We ran it through the system, and the driver has been positively identified as Dominic Toretto.
You're tripping. That's Vin Diesel.
I've been tracking this guy for a while. He's a hardened criminal. He's likely armed, and he is definitely dangerous. My men and I are on our way to apprehend him right now. If you see him,
I'll take him down.
don't be a hero.
Oh, okay.
Don't engage him.
Got it.
Just keep a safe distance and report any further sightings to studio security immediately. We'll handle it from there.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Let's forget about Agent Novak and the FBI, Marcos. Let's head to the top of Mount Crumpet. I was not lying. Home of the Who's, and each year they trumpet. This scene on your screens was filmed right over here on the right-hand side on these sets that are made out of styrofoam. Sets made out of styrofoam held up by chicken wire. So they're pretty sturdy. We talked about picture cars. The Who cars you see, they're golf carts. You can actually drive the Who cars around. During the holidays, if you come back, the whole park becomes a Grinchmas event, and we have a show here with the Grinch, the Who's, Max the dog, everybody in the club. But the Who's in Whoville, they had a lot more to deal with than a heartless Grinch, because out here on the back lot, they don't have a very nice neighbor. Some would go as far as saying that their neighbor is kind of cray-cray. Welcome to two of the most famous sets still standing in Hollywood, the Bates Motel and the House Up on the Hill from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho classic. We mentioned today is the finale of the Bates Motel TV show, so they were having an event over here. That's why you see all those tables set up. But this is the Bates Motel and the House Up on the Hill. The TV show Bates Motel does not film here. They never did. They got blueprints of these two sets and they filmed over in Canada. It is more expensive to film here in Hollywood. And I'm using air quotes because we're not in Hollywood. We're in the valley, technically. But we're in Southern California. So majority of the filming in Southern California is actually more expensive than if you were to go outside of this area. And a lot of productions are doing that, in fact. If you're a fan of The Walking Dead, they film in Atlanta. They don't film here because it's cheaper. One of my favorite shows that just ended, Grimm, filmed in Portland because it was cheaper. Same thing, Bates Motel, left over to Canada because it was cheaper than filming right here. And you'll see a better look at the Psycho House here on your left. But our last VIP excursion is gonna be right after the house. You can see the backyard. There's a hot mess back there, but we're gonna walk it. We're gonna walk the crash site from Steven Spielberg's excursion. Anything you don't want to carry, leave behind. The 3D glasses, you don't need them, leave behind. This road right over here behind you, we're not gonna go on that road. The trams go on that road, and it's a blind turn for them. So we're actually gonna walk.
Come this way, gentlemen! War of the Worlds. It was a completely intact plane. It was bought from the Mojave Desert for about $60,000. They brought it here for about $200,000. Shipping and handling was a little higher. But in the end, the whole scene, the whole 5 minutes, it was millions of dollars to put together in reality. The idea of the roof being ripped off, that was, I liked it, but alien invasion. This is not a Universal movie, this is a Paramount movie. So when they were done, technically, they were supposed to take all of this away. We told them to keep it, because we liked it, for the tours and stuff.
Never know.
Paramount and Steven Spielberg had to sign a contract that for 5 years, nobody could film here, because he wanted to have as much control of this set as possible. The 5 years have been up. So this is a rentable set to anybody in Hollywood. It's been seen in America's Next Top Model, commercials for Pepsi, TV shows like Community with Joel McHale, Love on Netflix. We have done house insurance commercials with those houses. If you come back during Halloween, we have a special event, Halloween Horror Nights. It is like The Walking Dead, but the entire park is like that. And at night, you come here, we drop you off at Whoville, and you have to walk through Whoville, through Psycho, through this. There is usually a theme. Last year's theme was Killer Clowns. So there are clowns everywhere, and you had to find your way out.
You would love that town.
Aren't those killer clowns, didn't that all start in L.A.?
Did that all start?
Where did people first think they saw those clowns?
Oh, you're talking about the creepy thing.
The creepy clown.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a wonderful sight.
It is amazing. 1, 3. Hold on, do another one for safety. 1, 2, 3. Straight.
I'm not flying for a while, and I'm not.
I'll tell you who I am, boy. I'm the reason bad guys use a nightlight. I'm the reason the boogeyman begs his mama to look under his bed. And I'm the reason you just lost control of this whole operation. My name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service. And as of 16.9 seconds ago, I'm the man in charge.
The hell you are.
Let me clue you in on 2 things, sweet cheeks. 1, there's a high-value witness from the Federal Protection Program aboard your vehicle.
Uh-oh.
And 2, an international crime syndicate led by Owen Shaw is honing in on this vehicle to take that witness out. Shaw's as ruthless as they come, and he'll stop at nothing to eliminate his target. Every living soul on this vehicle is in serious danger. Other than that, enjoy the ride.
Thank you.
This is not your jurisdiction.
It is now, stink pickle.
I'm so tired of you state guys stepping in just whenever you feel like.
Mute him.
Don't you dare!
Are you talking to me? You want me to mute an FBI agent?
Okay, I'm gonna make this really easy for you. Who do you trust more? Me or Mrs. Puskits here?
Well, when you put it that way, I guess you're right. Sorry, Mrs. Puskits, say bye.
That's better. We're moving your vehicle to a safe location until we have the situation under control. Until then, I want everybody to stay calm. Enjoy the ride. I'm taking care of business. Bob's out.
Now we're all guilty by association, but don't worry, I trust these guys. I'm sure they're going to protect us, especially the one that looks like The Rock. I trust him the most. But I feel like we need to talk to somebody else from this point. Maybe you might find Roman?
That mountain behind you, that's Mount Lee. On the other side are the Hollywood letters. We are technically past Hollywood. We are in the valley, but here in the valley are 3 major motion picture studios. Universal, then if you look down, we can see Warner Brothers, the WB. They're not far from us. Behind the WB towards the right, there's a tan building with a little bit of green. That's actually ABC and Disney Animations back there. So 3 major motion picture studios in the valley. In Hollywood, 1. Paramount. That's it. There's smaller studios also in Hollywood, but there's smaller studios here as well. Majority of the filming for Hollywood happens right here in the valley, not in Hollywood, because Hollywood is more of a state of mind, not necessarily a location.
And welcome to the end. I hope you guys enjoyed. That was a lot longer than usual. So now, I'm guessing most of you are here for the giveaway. You probably skipped through half of that. I hope you didn't, for the giveaway's sake. So, giveaway time. Very simple. 3 things you're going to do. First thing, be subscribed to the channel. Second thing, follow me on Twitter at @DNBguy, always linked down below. And thirdly, I want you to comment in the comment section down below on this video what TV show was having their season finale the day I was having the tour. So it was mentioned a whole bunch of times throughout the video that a certain TV show was having their season finale, and at a certain location, the back lot, they were having a little celebration because the show, yeah, it was a season finale. It was airing. It was finally out. So what show was that? Let me know in the comment section down below. The first person to actually do that will be the giveaway winner. The giveaway winner will receive a $25 gift card of their choice. And I say $25, it could be, depending on your location and stuff, change pricing, obviously. But yeah, like an iTunes gift card, PlayStation, something like that. Just something simple. $25 of your choice. I'll communicate with you once the giveaway winner is chosen. Now, I say chosen, I really mean like the first person to do it, because basically the first person to comment it and to follow me and subscribe and everything will be the one that wins. But guys, that's it for today's video. If you did enjoy, be sure to hit the thumbs up button really hard, because I put a lot of effort into this video. That's why it's taken me so long to edit it. It's so much effort to put in all this time and effort and recording everything for you guys, but I do it because I love to do it. Also, do comment for the giveaway's sake, and do subscribe, 1, for the giveaway's sake, and number 2, because I think I make good content. I mean, I try, you know? And that's it for today's video, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.